Jose, great stuff from your side. What was it that they had that brought about Spurs' biggest ever win at Old Trafford in any competition?
Yeah, that's normal. First of all, Man United doesn't lose many matches historically at Old Trafford, and secondly, to lose by 6 of course, is not every day. So, yeah, historical victory, but in the end, 3 points, and 3 very important points, because we lost 5 points at home, one defeat and 1 draw, and we managed to win the 6 points away that keep us in a good position in the table.
What was the central factor behind that performance for you?
We prepared ourselves very well, tactically, I think also psychologically. The team was ready. So ready that a penalty on the first minute and be losing immediately 1-0 after 1 minute didn't affect the team at all. And I can imagine that some people can say we play against 10 men for a long time, which is obviously true, but for me it's also true that 11 against 11 we were playing extremely well. We were creating huge problems. We were winning 2-1, and they couldn't find solutions to control us. So I think it was really a very, very strong performance.
What was your opinion of the sending off, and could perhaps the referee have viewed it differently with Eric Lamella's action?
I didn't watch it. Maybe later I will. But if somebody can cry about VAR decisions, it's Tottenham, not just this season, last season. And if somebody cannot cry about VAR, is Manchester United for sure. But I don't know. The only thing that I know is that we played extremely well. I told the players, and I repeat that a good result here would be to win, and we managed to do that against a fantastic team full of top players.
You brought Dele Alli on. Is he starting to show the things that you want to see from him?
He never stopped showing. I always told that I never had a problem with him. Very polite, very educated, great kid, behaving always well and training always well. If sometimes I want different things from him on the pitch, that's more about his qualities as a player than another thing. And he's a fantastic player, as everybody knows. So he was on the bench in a team and in a squad where it's going to be very difficult to play, because the squad is very, very good. Bergwijn was not here. Lo Celso was in the stands injured. Vinicius was in the stands. Gareth Bale is at home. We have a very good squad. It's going to be difficult for everyone to play, but at the same time, we managed to play a crazy week with 4 matches, and we managed to face all the 4 matches with players of high quality.
To Luke Shaw, he said at times that was sloppy, embarrassing, and nowhere near good enough. Do you concur?
Of course, it's after 2-1 when we're still in the game after the red card, and everything after that is we were in the game by then. If that was one of my players, I'd absolutely hang him up to dry, because you don't go down as that. It's actually Anto. If Anto had gone down, it could have been going the other way. So, but he shouldn't react like that.
Lots of talk about players coming in, but was that quite simply nowhere near good enough from the players here?
Yeah, of course, it's nowhere near good enough. And when you have a defeat like this, which has happened at the club before, you've just got to look yourself in the mirror, say they're lucky now, the boys, or lucky, I don't know if it's lucky, but they're going away on international duty, some of them. But the ones who are staying here, we've got a good time to work, but we don't see each other for 10 days, and that's hard now, because we need to battle our hatches or battle down and get together, because we probably lost the game. So then it's about showing your character, showing your personality. Yeah, we had to try to close their venues to goal. We didn't, because we were too passive. We didn't come out with any aggression in the second half, which I hope for.
How difficult will it be for you to right the wrongs of today?
That's of course, there's a lot of wrongs there today. So maybe the preparation that we've give them, maybe it's all sorts. So we need to look at everything, and as a coaching staff, we've got loads of time to do that now.
Appreciate you talking to us, Ollie.
Thank you.
Season. Let's get his post-match thoughts.
Harry, you quite simply ruthless and relentless today.
I think so. Obviously got off to the worst possible start we could have, but yeah, we felt good before the game. We felt good in the warm-up. Everyone was ready for the fight, and I think the reaction showed that straight away. Getting 2 quick goals. Obviously the sending off changes the game a bit, but we still have to take our chances. And I think getting the third and the fourth so early in the first half really killed the game. And then it was all about just staying focused, getting no men sent off, no counter attacks, and then taking our chances when they come. And we've done that.
The fact that you had that early blow, but you recovered so quickly, did that show your mindset?
I think so. Like I said, we look good in the warm-up. We look good.
Attention all personnel. The red and amber zones are still active and will remain in place for approximately 60 minutes. Please ensure that you only enter the red zone if you are accredited to do so. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, no, we felt really good before the game, and like I say, the worst start, but the way we reacted showed what mindset we was in, and we was ruthless after that.
Goals from you and another assist. Question for you: have you slightly tweaked your position, coming deeper?
I think it's always been part of my game. I think the teams we played, I think Southampton, before the game we was looking to do that because they played a high line. Today we knew they wanted the fullbacks to press our fullback, so that left space for me to drop and Sonny to run in behind, and thankfully it's working. Obviously Sonny's doing great to finish the chances off, and yeah, so it's always probably been there, but I think we're just taking advantage and being more ruthless when the chances come.
How much did the sending off affect things?
Yeah, I think we was on top of the game anyway. I think we had a foothold in the game, but of course whenever the opposition go down to 10 men, you have to take advantage, and I thought the way we done it so early into the game definitely helped the rest of the game, because even with 10 men they could always score and then put men behind the ball and make it difficult, but the fact that we took our chances really killed the game.
Even the Tannoy can't spoil your day. Well done.
Cheers, thank you.
They certainly did take their chances, and as he said, he had the worst possible start, but at 1-0 they were behind for just over 2 minutes. Try for us and describe Manchester United's defending for that equaliser.
Where the hell do I start here, Steve? I mean, it's just so bad defending. We know they've got a problem in the centre of defence. You're 2 minutes, you've just got a dream start, you've gone ahead. Now, Maguire, where are you heading that first one? Now just head that back to the goalkeeper. He mistimes his jump, gets underneath it. Then he loses his head and he drags Luke Shaw off it. You'll see it on the replay here. First and foremost, with the first header, with Harry Maguire, where are you heading that? He sent it straight at Bally, then he mistimes his jump, and watch him pull Luke Shaw away from that, just releases the ball to Ndombele and he smashes it into the net. There's just a comedy of errors there. I just cannot explain it, and this is 2 minutes after they get the dream start, Michael.
Yeah, and I think that almost has a knock-on effect for the rest of the game. If you start defending like that and you start creating nervousness around, goalkeepers all of a sudden on edge, your centre-half partner. And as Tim says, 3 mistakes on the spin. I mean, very rare you see that with a Premier League player. Everyone can make a mistake, but 3 in the space of 5 seconds was quite scary.
You've got to be responsible. When you're playing in that position, you have to be responsible. And when it's the game management, Steve. When you've got the lead, you've got a dream start. Fernandes has got the penalty. They go ahead. You need to sit on it. You need to get to the next stage of the game, which is like half an hour. Try and get through that. But to elementary mistakes, architected their own downfall time and time again. This would have happened last week. Brighton hit the post 5 times. Ollie should have been this week looking at the mistakes and saying, look, we got away with it, guys, but we need to address these problems. It looks like they've done nothing on a training field.
OK, lots more to come back to in a moment, after we've got the thoughts of Jose Mourinho, the winning manager. Yeah, big contrast in emotions to last season, where he went back to Old Trafford and lost his first Tottenham game. And I just wonder, he's made a good point there, 5 home points dropped, just how important that could be in the bigger picture for Spurs.
Yeah, possibly, but I think he's building something there. It was a poor home performance against Everton. Everton played very well first game of the season, and Tottenham a little bit undercooked. But on evidence of last week as well, they were unlucky to not come away with maximum points against Newcastle, the penalty in the last dying minutes there. But he's building something. I mean, Daniel Levy has brought him to the football club to finish in the top 4, and to perhaps win a trophy. Now, he would fancy his chances now. They're in the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. They play Stoke in the next round. Looks like they're going to look at a semi-final. Not going to try and get ahead of myself, and then they're going to qualify through the group in the Europa League, and they've got a real chance of winning that. He's a serial winner. It'd be handy if they won something. Be great for the squad. Maybe keeping older players like Harry Kane, who wants to pick up silverware. But the important thing, the objective is to finish in a Champions League again. And with the squad of players, what he's building there now, I think they can achieve that. Jose Mourinho has got the best knack in football management, and it's persuading the owners and the money people to spend money. He is brilliant at it. Even Daniel Levy.
Great day for Tottenham. Now, where were we in this extraordinary game? We were at 1-1, weren't we? So Michael's gone to the table to tell us about how Manchester United conceded 2-1.
That's right, Steve. Well, let's look at it from an...
Well, he was very honest there, Tim. He actually held his hands up. And as the coaching staff, where do they start to try and react to that?
Last week, maybe Crystal Palace. There's been so much wrong from the start of the season, and so much. We sat here last week, guys, and we were saying we're so passive. Out of possession. They're not getting tired. Luke Shaw's going a yard away from someone, then it comes across, and Maguire's standing off people. The midfield are not getting in contention. The defenders are defending so deep, the midfield can't push up higher. There's no one pressing from the front. Rashford's not triggering it. We see Fernandes flying in, trying to make things happen out of possession, and he ends up going in and he gets a ball passed past him and he's waving his arms around. He cannot believe it. There's actually no structure. You see when Van der Beek comes in, he's come from an organised structure at Ajax as well. When one goes, they know the next one goes in, and then you follow. It's a domino effect. Everyone comes in, squeeze. You know what you're doing. When this player's wide, you know where you're showing him. You're showing him down the line, you're showing him inside. Are you coming up as a team? There's organisation. It's a philosophy of how you play out of possession. They need to get that right. They've got talented players. We saw all the talented players they've got in possession, but you can't just turn up and expect it to happen. Unfortunately, you have to do the dirty work. The stuff what players don't want to do, the stuff what Pogba doesn't really want to do. We saw that on the 5th goal when he lets Aurier just run inside him there. You cannot do that. You have to do the hard yards to be able to get the opportunity to get the time to play, to get the headline stuff like the assists and the goals. You can't just have it when the sun's shining. You have to get over the obstacles. They haven't got the leaders to get over the obstacles. And I don't think they've got a leader on the side of the pitch to tell them how to do it either.
Let me play devil's advocate here, because I can feel people screaming at the television screen saying, I'd give my right arm for Michael Owen's talent to be able to score a goal like that. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is saying, I didn't see the aggression that I wanted in the second half. So forget what you could do with your right or left foot. Aggression from his players. And why isn't he seeing that in the second half?
Well, it's a bare minimum requirement, isn't it? Working hard, closing people down, doing the dirty work.
Tim says, it hasn't happened today.
No, I know, but not everybody
so explain to the fans how a player doesn't have aggression.
Not everybody is like that. Not, if you're going to go and put Paul Pogba onto a pitch, if you're going to go and put Fernandes onto a pitch, it's not really in their DNA to get about people, to crunch in tackles, to get, I was going to say the fans lifted, there's no fan. But do you know what I mean?
To run with a marker, Tim's saying.
Well, but it's not in their nature. Honestly, it's like...
But it's in Kevin De Bruyne. It wasn't in Kevin De Bruyne.
No, so it's got to come from the...
He's the player of the year last season. It is now, because Pep says, you do that work first.
So he's coached?
Yeah, he's coached. He's told. You have to do it. You do not do it. You don't stick to the plan. You don't play. Simple.
There's loads of examples around the place. Look at Jurgen Klopp. Look at Bielsa. Look at,
Yeah.
There's so many examples of managers demanding it. Do you know what?
So you're coming back to the manager again?
Yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah. This is something that you can't just say, right, come on, lads, today we're going to switch on and close that. This happens in training. I'd hate to admit, because obviously Manchester United fans are watching this, but at Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, you don't just see what you see on a Saturday is absolutely what you see on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday. When somebody loses a ball in training,
I get that,
it's
Michael.
like an automatic.
We've got amateur players all watching this all around the world saying, I don't need a manager to make me run hard.
Well, I know, but I mean, it's the case. I mean, listen, I was a centre forward. If you had said to me, you've got to track that, I would have been split second behind everybody else thinking, oh no, I've let them. By the time I reacted, I would have... My thought process in the game was, is there going to be a mistake? Am I in? How do I score a goal? he's slowing down, he's sort of sleeping over there, I'm going to make a run in behind. I'm thinking all the time of how I score a goal. Now, you have to have a perfect balance in a team where you've got some people that think, what if we lose it? Are we in a great position? Or the opposite way, like I used to think. So, I can't say, everyone should be a great, because I wasn't myself. I wasn't that type of player. I would have been a Paul Pogba, let him run and not tracking him, because I was that type of player. But you have to have a balance, and it definitely comes from the side of the pitch.
Okay, fascinating. We could debrief